Guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you a really crazy story about one American guy with Italian background. Let's imagine that his name is Marco. And Marco, he really wanted to meet a Slavic girlfriend. He's been to Russia, he's been to Ukraine, he's been to some Baltic countries, he's been dating different ladies in US and also in Europe, but his dating experience was not really successful. Of course, he didn't want to hire a matchmaker because he didn't want to pay anyone that to be introduced to the right lady, and he wanted to meet her in a natural way. That's why in 2019 he made a decision to start his restaurant in Kyiv. And can you imagine a guy who is a successful real estate agent, who doesn't speak any Russian, any Ukrainian, who is not a chef, who is not professional in restaurant business, starts his big pizzeria in Kyiv. In the beginning, it was quite interesting place. He was lucky to find great people who were working for him, who were cooking all the stuff, who were running his business while he was in US. And from time to time, he was coming to Kyiv to check his business, to date the ladies, to meet some ladies in his restaurant, because he had a dream, or maybe it was a fantasy, to meet his love in his own restaurant. But then you know what happened in 2022. And of course, he made very hard decision to close his pizzeria, to close his Italian restaurant, and he decided that he will start his new business in Baltic country. He realized that Estonia, Tallinn is one of the best places to do it. But I want to say to you honestly that Estonia and Tallinn, first of all, Estonia is a great country. Tallinn is a very beautiful, safe city, and blah, 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 and so on. And I love Tallinn a lot. In Tallinn, you can find lots of beautiful ladies, but for the business perspective, especially for the restaurant business, it's not the best place to run your restaurant, because wages of people are not so high, but the prices for food, for rent, for, water, for heating, and so on and so after are pretty high. So average Estonian person can't allow himself or herself to go to the restaurant on a regular basis. But this guy, he didn't want to listen to anyone, and he started his business. And totally since 2019 till today, he invested into his restaurants over $1 million, and if to be exactly, he invested 1 million euro. And of course, his main intention was not to become a successful entrepreneur. His main intention was not to, create unforgettable pizza and to become a famous chef or something like this. No, his main goal is to meet a Slavic, now Baltic lady, and finally to create successful and happy relationship which will lead to marriage and so on and so after. How do you think? Has he met his match? Well, the answer is very simple. He hasn't. So he's been trying for years, again and again, to travel to different countries, and it didn't work. He's been trying with different dating apps, and it didn't work. He decided that he needs to become a member of the society, of the country where he wants to meet a woman, and it will help him in his dating journey. But it didn't help. And all this time his friends recommended him to come to me, to hire me as his matchmaker. But of course he didn't want to do it because first of all, he didn't want to pay $5,000. And second, he wanted to be the special meeting a kind of natural, that they meet by accident. But guys, there is one simple rule. If you want something to happen by accident, it will happen like an accident. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about. So now this guy, he is still running his real estate business in United States. He lives somewhere in Florida, I believe in Miami. He has his restaurant in Estonia. This restaurant is not very successful, and he has to work more in US that to pay everything in Estonia, that to pay all the bills for his restaurants, that to pay all the taxes, all the salaries, and all the stuff. He has realized, finally, that if you want to meet a woman, if you want to meet the right woman, you don't need to invest over $1 million. You don't need to start businesses. You don't need to do all these interesting things. You just need to hire a matchmaker. And so, a few years later, I would say 1 week ago, this guy signed up contract with me, and we are in the beginning of our personal matchmaking process. Now he has a huge problem with his restaurant. He really wants to sell it, and he doesn't want to invest in this business anymore because of course this business requires lots of attention, lots of time, lots of energy, lots of money, and it's not about romance. So why am I sharing this story? Because if you want to be successful in business, if you want to start your business, of course you're supposed to be professional in it. And of course, if you have a dream to start your restaurant and you have money for this, or you have investors, go for it and do it for it. But if your goal is different, business or other activities will not help you, just if you want to meet your bride, you are not supposed to start a business. Just go for it and meet the right lady. If you have difficulties with online apps, or if you don't have a really wide range of friends or of people who may introduce you to someone really interesting, then of course the best way is to come to me and to hire a professional matchmaker who will work for you and who will become, your, I would say, your tour leader, tour leader in your journey towards this special meeting. When you go hiking, yes, and especially if this hiking in some place which is quite dangerous, or where you don't know anything, or where you don't know where to go, quite often you may consider hiring a guide, and it will be really a great idea for you. And the same story with dating and matchmaking. If you have some difficulties, it's better to find a guide, a person, professional person who will help you to achieve your goal rather than wasting millions on something really strange. And, if you are really interested to start a cooperation with me and to hire me as your matchmaker, you can subscribe to my WhatsApp channel. It's my new channel where I will be sharing with you different news and of course new profiles of the ladies. And of course you can always scan this code and contact me via WhatsApp and apply for the free consultation call that we get to know each other better and that we start our exciting process of personal matchmaking. Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave your comments below and share your opinion. What do you think about this guy Marco who decided to invest so much money only to meet his bride? Thanks for watching. See you.